day.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kickstart Your Nurse Coach Business. And we're on day 2. And this is a group focus, 5-day group focus. So we're excited that you've joined us. My name is Yeshe Chodron. I am a spiritual guide and mentor, and I'm also a former LPN. I also serve on the team for Liberated Nurse. And I am joined here with Sharon Birch. Sharon is the founder of liberatednurse.com. And we're going to walk you through some really wonderful principles. So if you were with us for day 1, this is a continuation in day 2. So we want to start by sharing with you how we define marketing. So marketing your business is making your business visible to your audience and inviting them to take action that will benefit them. And this is so important to remember because that's what we're here for, right? Is to support and be of service to others. So we're going to share we're going to share top 6 reasons why startup business marketing messages fail. And I'm wondering, what do you think these reasons are? So you could even pause this recording for just a moment and let yourself just, I don't know, have a thought or two of what you think those reasons are before we get started with those reasons. Okay, so reason number 1 is trying to appeal to a broad audience. I have definitely been guilty of this. I don't know about you, Sharon, but this is something that you have to. It's so easy to do, right? And this is a sign that we don't have a clear message, that people don't recognize themselves within what we're speaking into. And it could be another specific, they don't recognize themselves or another specific person in the message that we're sharing. So the key here is to have a recognizable audience. And I know that people sometimes get a little nervous around this word, but having a niche is really where we want to go. So specifying your audience, all that means is that you describe your audience exemplar in 2 to 4 words. And so it doesn't have to be stressful or scary. It's just being a little bit more specific than you would normally be. So you would say nurse coaches instead of saying nurses, for example. And you might say single moms or self-employed moms instead of just saying moms, and so on and so forth. You would say men with type 2 diabetes instead of just saying men. You would say manufacturing companies instead of just saying companies. So those are some really good examples of how you can be just a little bit more specific so that people can identify themselves in your message. So reason number 2 is that you're trying to convince people that they need something instead of offering something your audience is already looking for. Again, I have been guilty of this.
This is a huge waste of time and energy, right?
It really is.
Oh,
You just go in, yes, you just go in circles and circles and circles because, it's sort of like that idea of the more you chase something, the more it sort of moves away from you, right? And it's really true. When we're trying to convince people, we're not sitting in our sovereign space. We're not holding to our own beliefs. We're usually reaching outside of ourselves. So instead of doing that, what we want you to do is just create relevance, right? People love to buy, but they don't like being sold to. So all you need to do is share. And I know I'm saying all you need to do as if it's like the easiest thing in the world, right?
It's simple, but it's not always easy.
That's exactly right. It's simple, but it's not always easy. And we recognize that. But sharing what you have to offer is really the best place to come from within yourself. And I know, Sharon, you have some great diagrams that you're going to share with us next.
Yeah. And so this key is all about relevance. It's got to be relevant to people, what people are already looking for.
Yes.
Small amount of words, but a huge concept that will make tremendous impact on your success in your business.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, yes. So I'll share. We teach using the nursing process in your business process. And so let's look at step this step, which is about assessing your audience. And this relates to relevance. When you assess your audience, you want to you're looking for what is relevant to them that you can help them with, that you have to offer. So the client's problem, you really want to ask about that problem in their words and feelings. And it might be some kind of pain, or they lack something, or they have a distress about something. That's the problem area. There's also, in some case, most people are looking to solve a problem when they're out looking for a solution and to buy coaching services. Well, nobody's looking to buy coaching service. Everybody's just looking to solve their problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So most people are looking to solve a problem. Some, though, are looking to fulfill a purpose. And so they may have a yearning rather than a pain or a distress. They have a yearning. And so let's look at a couple examples here. The pain example might be they're taking a trip and they're worried about managing their diabetes while traveling. Okay. A purpose example might be they're taking a trip and they want to know how to find the best local artisans. Okay. Now you see they both have a need that a coach or a consultant might help them fulfill, but it's just a little different, whether it's through the pain lens or the purpose lens. But the key here, either way, is you listen to what they want or what they're experiencing in their words with their feelings. And then whatever you offer, you make sure it's relevant to that.
And I'm just thinking that the word relevance really means meaningful as well.
Oh, good point. Yes, absolutely. It has meaning and relevance. Now, we also, when we assess our audience, we don't want to just take the surface. We don't want to just be satisfied with the first thing they say when we ask the question of what's bothering them or what do they want. We want to then peel back a few layers. In this case, we'll stay with this trip case. So at the first level, the person says, well, they're worried about managing their diabetes while traveling. And when we talk to them a little more, we listen and we hear, well, they're concerned that they might not be able to control their eating during this trip. See how that gives us more information so that then when we make our offer of our coaching or consulting services, we can deepen the relevance to what they really feel is their problem or their concern. So another reason, the third reason that marketing messages fail is that we're not listening to what's motivating our audience and why that's important to them. Besides people looking to solve a problem or achieve a purpose, they're also motivated by a certain desired outcome. It's in their mind, it's in their vision of where they want to go and what they want to achieve. Everybody has this. It's not just solving a problem, it's also why they want it solved and what they want from that. So in order to be successful in your marketing messages, it's key to ask and then listen to what people tell you is their desired outcome and why that's important. So let's look again at our formula here for assessment. You see on the left is the client's problem or purpose in their words. That's that part we just talked about. And then on the right, the green is their desired outcome, or in some nurse coach schools, they call that the goal. This is what the client wants to do, be, or have instead of their problem and why it's important. Mm-hmm. So let's look at our example again. The person is afraid she can't control her eating on her trip. And the why and the desired outcome is very interesting. She wants to enjoy new foods when she travels and make special memories with a loved one that she's traveling with. Do you see how that really gives you the life and the energy that this person holds? And so by asking and listening, you can uncover this is really this right here is the motivating energy and the reason why they would be interested in hiring help to get this problem solved and get this figured out.
Yeah, it's like really knowing their story.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Reason number 4 that why marketing messages sometimes fail is that we don't ask these questions with empathy. We might ask them sometimes we're sort of interrogating people with our questions. Not always, of course, but we might use a kind tone, but still inside ourselves have judgment about their reasons, for instance. And again, if we want to be successful in our business, we want to do this inquiry with empathy. So this key is empathy, really feeling into what do people think is in the way of having meeting their purpose or their desired outcome, and also what have they already tried, and why do they think that it didn't work for them, the things they've tried. And then the last one can be very illuminating. What do they not want to feel or do on the way to their outcome? So for instance, maybe our imaginary case exemplar here in this example, maybe she doesn't want to count calories, and she doesn't want to micromanage every little thing, every meal, and everything she puts in her mouth. Okay, she just doesn't want that. So if you're going to sell her on your coaching service, you'll need to know that would help you to know that there's something she absolutely does not want to go through or do on the way to solving it, and have empathy about that. And that means thinking about our own life, and have we ever felt that way, right? Or can we at least imagine feeling the same way? So let's look at this. She wants to, okay, there's the example kind of spelled out with all 3 parts: the problem, the desired outcome, and what she wants to avoid, she's not willing to do. So in this way, we can think about that of what do people want to avoid on the path to the outcome they want. And you can look at these little examples to make it real clear and real simple of how powerful this can be for a person who's looking for a solution.
Yeah, and real quick before we go to reason number 5, I'll just mention that the empathy piece is really vital to, again, sustainability. We talked about sustainability in day 1 for your business. And both Sharon and I understand that when we are stressed about money, when we're stressed about growing our business, when we're stressed about not having our own resources or things in place to grow our business, it can be hard to be in that place of empathy, which is why what we went over in day 1 is so important. So I just wanted to make reference to that.
Thank you.
So reason 5, not inquiring into how ready the person is and what they need to be ready. This can really throw people for a loop, I have to say. And again, referencing day 1, we talked about how a lot of business coaches and entrepreneurial coaches will offer us programs for stage 2 of business, and we might be in stage 3 of business, and we might be in stage 0, 1, or 2. And that's them not telling us what we need in order to be ready. So it's really important that we do share with our audience what they need in order to be ready for what we have to offer. And also, too, people won't buy until they're ready to invest their time, energy, and money. And if they don't know how much time, how much energy, or how much money, then they won't have a reason to invest. So that's cultivating readiness for the people that you're making your offers to.
Most nurse coaches understand the principle of readiness. It's one thing we're taught to inquire into in the coaching process, and it's equally important to inquire into it in the marketing process.
Mhm. Yeah. So there's 4 levels of readiness to buy, and I really love this little scale that we have here. It just makes things make so much sense in my mind. Um, and I'm actually going to start at the bottom. So on the bottom, you see unaware. They don't know that there's something that they need, maybe necessarily, or they don't know that you have something. So they're not really looking. So you have to grab their attention. And similar to that, but a step above that, is that they're aware of what they don't want, or they're aware of what's causing them pain or discomfort or confusion. They're aware of, what they want to stop experiencing. And then there's the space to where they are looking for something. So of course you want to give them that. And that starts with them becoming problem aware. So in other words, not only do they know what they don't want, but they know specifically that they have this problem and that's causing them to keep experiencing what they don't want. So then they move into becoming solution aware. So it could be that not only do they know why they're experiencing what they don't want to experience by knowing what the problem is, but now they also believe that they know what the solution is.
Mhm.
So they may believe that they know that I need someone to walk me through this process of growing my business because I've never done this before.
Mhm.
So we want to offer that person exactly what it is that they need.
Mhm. And I'd like to add, the people that are solution aware, they're
Mhm.
out looking for somebody to help them with
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
So they're the best potential customers, because they're already looking. They already know, okay, I want help. They're looking, they're comparing their options, and they're going to buy in the most quickest time frame from now.
Yes, very true. And there's the least amount of education in our marketing necessary for people in the solution aware category.
Yes.
So, who buys and when? Would you share that with us,
Yeah.
Sharon?
So I find this so interesting. I like numbers. If you don't like numbers, I understand, but I like them. They're informative to me, and I find this part really interesting. So if you look at all the people who are opting in for information about a given problem, only 50% of those people will actually buy from someone, okay,
Mm.
including you. Only 50%. A lot of them are just getting information. And of those 50% that will buy, 15% will buy in the next 3 months. Okay, so people aren't necessarily ready to buy when they are looking, even the ones that will buy soon. Now, 90% or more, 99% of businesses are marketing to that 15% of people who will buy in the next 3 months. That's, basically most businesses, almost all.
Mhm.
The reality is, though, that 85% of buyers will buy after 3 months from now, like 4 to 18 months. So 15% will buy in the next 3 months, but 85% will buy longer than 3 months from now. And so of course, less than 1% of businesses are marketing to that 85%. So everybody, 99% are all competing for 15% of the market, and the rest of the people aren't really they're being talked to, but sort of in a pushy way to try to get them to buy soon, and not being honored that they're going to take their time. So we encourage our students to plan, and we encourage you to plan your marketing to include the 85% who will buy in 4 to 18 months. Because being sustainable, it comes from seeing the long view of your business. You want to talk to the people who are looking for a solution now, and also include a slower approach that provides ongoing educational marketing to those who are going to be taking more time, and they're studying what their options are and why one option is better than another. So just to recap, look for people who are already looking for something, if possible. And because especially in a startup business, you don't have as long of a runway. for you're not supporting yourself yet. So you want to be looking for the people that are already looking for something initially to make the sales within, 3 to 6 months, get the closer sales, the low hanging fruit to begin with. And then as you build out your business, you can be building out a longer term strategy for those people that take 6 to 18 months to make their decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely makes sense to me. And again, this is one of those moments where it's sort of, I'm reminded of the struggles that I had before I understood this scale, and knowing it just makes all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It helps us have realistic expectations and know where to
Yeah,
put our energy, right?
exactly. Exactly. Mm. So we also have reason number 6, which is not respectfully inquiring into what risks the person is facing if they do and if they don't make the changes that you're discussing with them. So even if they are looking for a solution, people won't buy if they perceive too much risk of to their time, energy, money, or reputation. So it's really important to find out what the risks are that are holding them back. So the key here is about risk, and there's plenty of ways to help mitigate those risks as you offer to them a solution to their problem.
Absolutely. So here is a little recap of the 6. Of course, let me just say, in our courses, we go into all of these in much more depth, right? Our purpose here is to give you the keys and the main concepts. We think there's a lot of value there. And of course, we have a lot more to share with you if you would like to join our programs. So here's a recap of the 6 things, the 6 keys that you need to have effective marketing messages. There's all 6. You might want to take a screenshot or pause and write those down.
Mhm.
Now, here is the homework for today. The ways that we encourage you to take some little actions that will move your business forward. And so here they are. Identify a recognizable audience and talk to one person in that audience. Ask them these 4 questions. What problem do they want to solve or purpose that they want to achieve? What do they want to do, be, or have instead? That's their desired outcome. Why is that important to them? And what do they think is in the way of having their desired outcome? And practice listening with curiosity and empathy to what they share. Write it down and share these with us in the Facebook group Day 2 thread, or send it to me at Sharon@liberatednurse.com. And Yeshe, what's the prize for taking this action?
Would love to share the prize. So if you're taking this action, you will receive the Liberated Nurse Entrepreneur Starter Kit course. Plus, you'll receive our expert help on your best next step through the holistic business development consultation with me.
Yay!
So, the value of this is $177. And just one person will be selected, by the way, to win this prize. Okay. So you'll be entered to win this prize if I misspoke that a minute ago. And what I love about the holistic business development consultation, if you saw on day 1, I mentioned this, but I'll say it again, is that I love listening to what you're struggling with. I love listening to what you need help with, where you are and where you'd like to go. And I love offering 1 or 2 of my best tips. And again, you may be respectfully invited to join us in one of our programs if it feels like the right fit when we have this conversation. And I just would love to speak with you. I love hearing about people starting up their businesses because it's exciting.
It is exciting. So if you watched yesterday's video, you'll notice that this is the same prize we offered yesterday. We're offering this prize 2 days, and then tomorrow and day 3, there's a different prize. but
Mhm.
and enter every day and see if you because you have a chance to win every day. Okay, well, Yeshe, let's sign off.
Sounds good.
I will see everybody tomorrow, and look forward to seeing your homework. Okay, bye for now.